I'm getting ready to make some spaghetti and meatballs using some tomatoes that I picked from our garden. Let's get started. Cutting a red onion. And now I'm just cutting some baby Bella mushrooms. The point of this meal is I'm back from work, I'm hungry, there's nothing in the fridge, we just traveled yesterday, so I can't really think cognitively about science and health benefits. This is a quick meal when you just need some food. It's all healthy though. Good fiber, good vitamin C, antioxidants, good for your brain, good for your blood cells. We love it. We love it all. From the ground, we love it. I like vegetables and fruits high in vitamin C because vitamin C helps you absorb iron better. So if you're somebody who suffers from iron deficiency, like many of my patients, we always look for sources of vitamin C with foods with iron so that we can absorb iron better. So I'm gonna cut up tomatoes, but I'm not gonna put them in right away because they cook faster than the onions and the mushrooms. So I usually put them in after the tomatoes and the mushrooms have really cooked down and that water kind of cooks down first. Just cutting it in half, keeping it simple. Like I said, right? You just got back from work, you're hungry. You ain't got time to be playing games. You just want to eat. Eating plant-based shouldn't be hard. That's the point of this. It's nice knowing that you're cooking with food that you got from your own garden, that you grew with your own hands, right? You made your own food. That's pretty exciting. Tomatoes are pretty easy to grow. So it's a good kind of first vegetable if you want to start gardening. I cook whatever we have at the time, whatever has grown. So this is what we have, but I like a lot of tomatoes in mine. If you don't have enough tomatoes and it's not looking like you only have 1 cup's worth, you might need to supplement it with some tomato sauce. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here to get it cooking because I don't really saute with oil. I just saute with water. So I put usually about 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup of water to get it going. I'm gonna boil some water right now in order to make some spaghetti. I usually fill it up maybe to the pot holder line. So like, you know, you have a line of where the pot holder is. I usually fill it up to that point. It's better to have too much water than not enough water because you just need it high enough so that the spaghetti can be submerged whenever things are like boiling. I'll put that back there and then I'll put this one in front so that you can see the action. Both on the highest temperature possible because I'm trying to get it going. Eventually I'm gonna turn it down, but starting everything off on the highest temperature. And I'm gonna salt this water with some kosher salt so the spaghetti doesn't taste bland. I'll just get a little sprinkle dinkle. So I'm going to make some plant-based meatballs that are from soy protein isolate. And so not everything needs to be handmade or homemade. These are high in protein, so about 13 grams of protein for every 6 pieces. I'm gonna cook about 20 pieces for the whole spaghetti. And I'm gonna cook this at 375 in the air fryer. I'm gonna do 8 minutes on one side and then I'm gonna do 8 minutes on the other side. Take it, just dump it in. Simple as that. Go ahead and pop it in. And 375, I'm gonna do 8 on one side, 8 on the other. It's already ready, I hit start. So I'm gonna add some seasoning salt to this because bland mushrooms taste terrible. And then I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon of paprika as well. Specifically a smoked paprika because it gives the mushrooms like a smoky taste. About 1 tablespoon, they're both about 1 tablespoon each. What I'm doing now is I'm really, letting the moisture come out of the mushroom. That's the purpose of this because the onions are already getting translucent, meaning that you can kind of see through it a little bit, but it's the mushrooms that need a little bit more cooking in order for the moisture to be drawn out of it and the flavor to be drawn out of it as well. Mushrooms really add some good flavor to your food. Nice umami flavor. My method to cooking when I'm thinking about like balancing nutrients and vegetables, I usually go by color, right? I want to eat the color of the rainbow in order to ensure that I'm hitting multiple nutrients. So we had something purple, right, which is the onion. We have something red, which is the tomato, but we're missing something green. I don't want to miss out on that, vitamin K and things like that. So I'm going to add some peas to this in order to have something green. And then I'm hitting at least 3 colors there. Something green, give you some nice iron. Now we have some balance. The only thing we're missing right now from this is protein, which is where the meatballs are going to come into play. And eventually that water will absorb out of it, but then you're going to be able to add the pasta water, and that actually creates more of a silky sauce. It's what we call an emulsifier. Not all pastas are made equal. Some pastas get real soggy easily. They don't stand up the pressure of the sauce. But this is just a good spaghetti. The texture has a good bite to it. I enjoy it. So I usually just pop it in. I'll try to separate it out once I put it in. I don't want it to stick together because we're not using any oil for this. So I usually separate it out like that. And so just so you know, this is a 1 pound of spaghetti. You don't need oil to make this. Once everything is in there. So I set the timer for about 10 minutes. So then what you do here, take it out, just move it around. All right, that's getting cooked pretty nicely. What I might actually do is just do maybe like 5 more minutes because it's already getting crispy. This is mushroom seasoning. It has really good, like a savory, salty flavor to your sauce. So it's just mushroom seasoning. I'm gonna put some in here, maybe about a tablespoon. I just sprinkle it over the top. And then you don't want it to be too salty, so you can taste and see if you need more. You see how the tomatoes look like they're coming down? So now then I just start, the juices out of it. You know, some of the juices are out of it, so then I can focus a little bit more on just seasoning and flavor at this point.
Got it.
But like you see, like the sauce it's coming into a sauce. So now I can, you know, season it, see if it needs a little bit more liquid. But now the liquid in the sauce is being released from the tomatoes themselves. I'm gonna keep that nice and loose. And then stick together. It's doing great. Enough water to move around. You add some garlic to this. I like a lot of garlic. Then this is some oregano to give you a little bit more Italian vibes. Then you put like a little teaspoon in there. So it's looking like it's needing some fluid here, a little bit more. So I'm gonna add actually a little bit of tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, just to make it more saucy. So you get about a pound in here. So it's about half a jar. You see how it's more saucy now? So the other thing I want to do is add a kind of a creamier component as well. So I like to add some healthy fat. So I have like some vegan cream cheese. Kite Hill, they make very good almond milk cream cheeses, and it just adds like a creamy component to the pasta. So I add maybe about over a tablespoon. Some fat, right? Because we don't have a lot of fat into this, so but it's good. You need some healthy fats in your diet. It's all about balance. The meatballs are finished. I'm gonna add the meatballs here. I like to cut it in half so that there's more meatball in every bite. You don't have to do this. I like to do it because they don't really come bite-sized. Now you got your protein. Boom. Okay. So the only thing now that this sauce is missing is some pasta water to kind of bring everything together and make it nice and silky, smooth. We're almost done with the pasta. 2 minutes left.
Before this is done.
Ready to eat after that. That's it. Everything will be done. And you see how nothing's sticking together? It's nice and silky smooth. So you don't need oil. Turn the heat down on this. I don't want it to burn. Since the liquid is coming down, I need pasta water into this. All right, very good. All right, so what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna try one of these, make sure it's actually cooked. See what it tastes like. Very good. So it's al dente, means it's tender to the bite. So you can do this 2 ways. You can use a colander, or you can just turn this off, use your tongs, and just transfer it out. Both ways are perfectly acceptable. I'm gonna just transfer it out like this, because I don't mind I need some pasta water, so I'm okay getting some of that pasta water into here because this sauce really needs it. It really makes your sauce come together. So, you know, it should be a part of your sauce. So we're gonna get some of this pasta water and we're gonna add it. And I put like 2 scoops. And so now things are just coming together. I'm just mixing it all together, that's it. Tastes great. The only thing I personally think it needs is some pepper. Because I feel like, you know, if it ain't spiced, it ain't right. So I added a little bit of cayenne pepper there. I would say maybe that's probably half a teaspoon. If you like spice, add more cayenne pepper. And that's it. Now you got spaghetti and meatballs. Feed your family. Plant-based meal.
So what's it called again?
spaghetti and plant-based meatballs.
All right, let's share this taste.
Let's see if it's bussin'.
Yeah, he did it again. He did it again, and now I know how to make this. For real. Oh yeah.